Hello, I'm Dr Yap Zhu Li, here to introduce my father, Dr Yap Zhu Li. My father was born in Kuala Lumpur, the eldest of four, and started life in a rather nice house that had an outhouse just 10 feet from the kitchen door. He had the good fortune of attending secondary school at Victoria Institution, a centre of excellence situated near the Pudu Jail, a centre of notoriety. On his daily cycle to school, past the jail, it was a reminder of the obvious choices in life. Victoria Institution was known for its excellence in sports and studies, and my father mistakenly chose to excel in the former, becoming the top scorer in the finals of the National Schools Rugby Championship. While studies were not totally neglected, he was not good enough to get a place in the local medical school, but was lucky that Singapore was more accommodating. With a lot of help from the girl who would go on to become my mother, he graduated from the University of Singapore and, after gaining some experience in the Singapore hospitals, Daddy managed to land a lecturer post at the University of Aberdeen. At that time, a centre renowned for producing 12 professors of obstetrics and gynecology for the United Kingdom. While in Scotland, he completed his postgraduate requirements to become a specialist and promptly married Rachel. Soon enough, they had their firstborn, me. It was fun to have their full attention, but when my brother Shiwan was conceived, it was time to return to Singapore. My sister Yenli followed soon after, and I had my hands full keeping them in line. Despite being based in Singapore, my father did not stay still, taking every opportunity to travel overseas and keep up with medical advances. First in test tube babies, then in keyhole surgery. He was lucky to be part of a pioneering team, providing laparoscopic skills in carrying out Asia's first laparoscopic cholecystectomy, with Dr. Mohan Chelappa, a fellow member of the Rotary Club of Singapore, as the team leader. This launched him on a lecture tour of Asia, before he refocused on pioneering work in his own specialty, gynecology. He helped develop the new specialty of gynecologic endoscopy, better known as keyhole surgery for women. Amongst the many firsts he had under his belt were the keyhole approach to ectopic pregnancies, ovarian cysts, fibroids, and endometriosis. He was amongst one of the first to do laparoscopic hysterectomy, that is, the removal of the womb through small punctures. What was more important than being the first was to be amongst the best. He strived to introduce these new techniques safely. His work was recognized, and he was invited to take time off his private practice to be the founding head of the minimally invasive surgery unit at KK Hospital. KK Hospital became the base of training for laparoscopic surgeons from the region. Shanghai and Beijing were the first centers that training were directed to. This was followed by India, Indonesia, and the Philippines. International recognition came in the form of the Office of the President of the International Society for Gynecologic Endoscopy from 2001 to 2003. Work was hectic, involving monthly trips all over the world for meetings and training seminars. The family was growing up, and although Mum and Dad both traveled a great deal, they never did so at the same time, ensuring one of them was around to monitor us at all times. In 2009, when Daddy's professional responsibilities overseas were reduced and Mum's humanitarian missions lessened, we thought we might see more of them. However, Rotary's humanitarian missions came to the fore, and us children would occasionally tag along. This continued till 2019, when Daddy had spinal surgery and the pandemic precluded all physical travel. But COVID-imposed restrictions did not stop my dedicated parents from virtually continuing their pursuits. My father's energy to serve these causes remains as strong as ever, and so I leave you in his steady, dependable, and healing hands as he works with you, his fellow Rotarians, members of the excellent Rotary Club of Singapore and the Rotary International District 3310.